Hi everyone, it's Dean here. Welcome to part 5 of our Introduction to Go series. And today we're going to look at the concept of eyes as well as the advertised exception to our suicide move rule. Now, an eye is a single area of contiguous space that our stones surround. So you'll notice that the white group on the screen here has surrounded one liberty, and that's a single eye there. I'll mark that with an A. Now, you'll remember that black is unable to play at the point A because a black stone laid at A would have no liberties, would immediately be removed from the board, and that makes it a suicide move. Suicide moves are illegal in Go. Now, of course, white has the option of playing at A, but you'll remember from our video on territory that this would simply remove a territory point from white and perhaps wouldn't be quite so sensible. Now, interestingly, the situation is completely reversed if this group is an Atari. Let's have a look at that now. I'll mark that I again with an A there. Now here, the point marked A is a suicide move for white. That white group has only one liberty remaining, of course. As white plays at A, he would remove that liberty, thus suiciding all of those white stones. Crucially, however, the point marked A is no longer a suicide move for black. The reason being is that because those white stones are an Atari, as black lays a stone at A, those white stones would be removed from the board, taken prisoner, leaving a black stone at A with 4 liberties. Let's do that now. We'll place this black stone down. There go all the white stones taken prisoner. And of course we see that this black stone has 1, 2, 3, and 4 liberties. Now, we don't have to capture all of the enemy stones when we do this. Here we see 2 white groups again. I'll mark their eyes, A and B there. And of course, black is unable to play at A because that would be a suicide move. However, we'll notice that 2 of the white stones at the bottom right, I'll mark them with triangles, are in Atari. This means that as black plays at B, those 2 stones get taken prisoner, leaving a black stone at B with 2 liberties. Let's have a look at that now. There we go. The white stones get taken prisoner, and of course, we have 2 liberties there. Now, an eye, doesn't have to just be 1 liberty in size. Here we have a white group with a single eye of 2 liberties here. Now, here the situation is much the same. Black can simply invade that eye like so, putting that white group in Atari. Now, you'll notice, of course, that that black stone or just blade is in Atari as well, so surely white can just take that prisoner. The result, of course, is a white group with only 1 liberty remaining. That eye there is only 1 liberty in size. So this white group is an Atari here, and black can simply place a stone there, taking all of those white stones prisoner. So the question is, can white perhaps be slightly more proactive? If we go back to the point where black first invaded, maybe white can play, let's say, up here, putting the stone marked with a triangle in Atari there. Of course, this doesn't really get white very far because white's group in the middle is still an Atari with only 1 liberty remaining. Black can simply place a stone there, like so, taking all of those stones prisoner and at the same time removing any Atari threats on himself. So let's have a look at an example where we have an eye 3 liberties in size. Here things get remarkably different. So for example, let's say that black idly plays here as we did in our example with an eye of 2 liberties. Here, white can simply capture this stone, leaving himself in a rather remarkable situation. Here, of course, we have a white group with 2 eyes. I'll mark them A and B. This white group can never ever be put in Atari. In order for black to put this group in Atari, black would have to first have a stone placed at A or B, each of which is a suicide move. Because this white group can never be put in Atari and can thus never be taken prisoner, we say that this group has life or is alive. Now, there's a very key way that black can perhaps overcome this situation. If we go back and we see that this black stone isn't the correct way forward in the middle there, what black can do in a situation where white has an eye 3 liberties in size is black can play straight in the middle at the point marked A here. What black does here is black robs white of the opportunity of creating two eyes, and thus we say that this is a killing move, or in other words, black has just killed this white group, and this white group is now dead. Let's have a look at how white might try and fight this situation. Perhaps white can try and put this black stone in Atari here, but of course we notice that now the white group in the middle is in Atari itself. Black can simply play a stone on that last liberty, capturing the whole thing. So if that's not the correct way forward, maybe white can try and be more proactive again by, say, placing this black stone on the top left in Atari. Well, unfortunately, once black has rescued that stone, white's group in the center is in no better situation. White can maybe try and get some territory in the corner here, and black can simply put this central white group in Atari and threaten to take it off the board. Black's now ready to play at the point marked A, removing all of those stones. So if white now tries to save themselves by capturing those two black stones, we see a situation where white has a single eye of 2 liberties in size, and we know, of course, that black can simply invade here, and after white captures, black can take the entire group prisoner. Now, this idea of having 2 eyes in go and being able to live, so to speak, is going to be key to our understanding of how we fight for territory and also how we invade enemies' territories. We're going to look at this in more detail in our next video.